Hello, Lotus beings. I'm just checking this is working. Okay, greetings. Okay, it's kind of windy. That's good. In fact, it just started being windy this nanosecond. That's a good sign. Okay, thank you. So, greetings. I thought I'd send you some sun. Don't worry, I'm not showing off because I also have a loss in that I've arrived and I'm no suitcase, but it's good because it's really heavy, so they're going to deliver it to my door at some point. So I'm wearing my travel clothes and I have a big meeting tomorrow, wearing the same clothes I've been wearing for like 4 days. Anyway, so I'm sending you some sun, and a little bit of wind came, which is beautiful because this transmission I feel is going to be in two loads. I'm in a hostel, it's quite busy, but I was really concerned about when I was going to be able to get to do the transmission otherwise. And it's my challenge is the right wind, so I was like, okay, I have to rise to this challenge. So a little bit ahead of time so that I can get something up, I'm going to do this first part of this transmission. So please forgive me if people come and go. Then I'm going to be in a quieter, not so sunny space for the second part, which is where I make weirder noises, and so will you. So yeah, it's just speak a little bit about the wind in that it's my challenge, which is therefore to become my gift. And since I was young, I had really chronic asthma, and yeah, I used to do a lot of like competitive swimming and playing the flute and things like that. And then quite a serious asthma attack last April, or not, last August. It helped me to know I need to do more. I need to really work on my lungs, my breathing. And I've been, like Tash and I both work with breath work, and we both feel it's one of the most powerful modalities that there is to work with. And here we are on the second day of another 20-day block. And it's so important for us to understand that the first thing that we do is when we come to life is out of the womb is breathe, and it's the last thing we do. And while we're in this shedding process, it's really important to understand that breath can really help. And we're not saying that you all have to go and do really stringent, heavy breath work sessions, which I do advocate at certain times, but just to become mindful of your breath. A lot of people, when they're shedding, go through anxiety or anger. And yeah, it's actually vital to detoxification is to know how to breathe properly. And most people don't know how to breathe properly. And I guess for me, having always had to compensate for problems with lungs, I was kind of giving myself a hard time when I started doing some pranayama recently when I was away preparing for the yoga teacher training. And I realised actually that because I've had to work so hard on thinking about breathing over the years, that it actually given me something of a foundation, but it's also something that I'm now working with every day. And I noticed recently when I was singing in a ceremony just how much my lung capacity's changed. So I felt it was really important to start with, let's work out how to breathe, guys. Because then in the next part of the transmission, I'm going to talk about communication, and I'm also going to give you a few little hinters, which are where we make strange noises, about how we can release stress and anxiety. And also I'm going to teach you a technique for just soothing your nervous system at night. So depending on where you're at, you may find these useful. But I thought now it would just be really useful while sending you some sunshine to show you how to breathe properly, and then we'll go into the more triggering aspects in the next transmission. I just really want to honour the breath, and oxygen is vital in our lives. Most people are not oxygenating their body enough, and that is actually where a lot of chronic ailments come. And it's generally believed that if people upgrade their oxygen, that they will actually resist any sort of incurrence of or insurgency by pathological symptoms. And yeah, it's Wim Hof is somebody you may have heard of. He's amazing. And in many ways, what he is teaching people now, which is in many ways to be invincible, is linked to the pranayama practice that I've been taught recently, which I can't teach you all of because it's a sacred secret lineage. But I asked my teacher in December, could I show this to some people? Some of it, she said, there's some of this we can share. So I look forward to sharing that with you. And just while we oxygenate our body more, we eliminate stress and anxiety, we bring in alignment, we boost our field, so we're also meaning other people's fields don't get entangled with ours. And I've found it's just really helped me to be centered while I'm doing a lot of traveling, and now I just do it just about every day. So I'm going to teach you now the beginning bit of this, which is the bit where we learn how to breathe. And what we'll do is we're going to do 7 breaths in each part of our core breathing part. What do we call that? So we're going to start at the tummy, we're going to then move to the upper chest, and then we're going to move to the clavicle. Okay? And the reason for that is to activate all the 3 breathing centers, and then we're going to put them together after that. What we're going to do in the middle is 3 cleansing breaths. Okay, now with all of these breaths, and this is one thing about pranayama, pranayama is usually taken away from our body's unconscious programmed breathing, which is usually that we have parts of the day where we're breathing in and out through the left nostril, and parts of the day we're breathing in and out the right. With pranayama, we're breathing through both sides together, and that's aligning left and right hemisphere of the brain as well, which is also crucially important. So within all of these breathing bits that we do, be really breathing in through your nose. So I may do it in a really pronounced way because my teacher did, and I've got it through her morphic field. Yes! So I may look a bit weird. I haven't looked at myself doing this yet, so if I say it in the video I might cringe, so if you notice me cringing, that's why. And I'm going to sit up a little bit so that you can see the tummy bit. So what we'll do is 7, and when you're doing this, so you're going to touch the part of the body, so you're going to, when you breathe in, you can sort of see that, okay? And then we go, now this for me, having had asthma, is a difficult one. And you need to check that your hands are telling you that you've got equal breath on each side, because often we don't. And that's where you may need to visualize one lung side being boosted up in a balloon way more than another, because maybe that's something that you need to reprogram a little bit. And then touch with the clavicle. Then we're going to do 3 cleansing breaths. And with the cleansing breath, what we're doing is we're going to move up through all the 3 breathing centers, okay? So I'm going to show you, and then we'll do it for real when we do the sequence. So you go. So you're being like a big balloon. So you're breathing in through your nose, and you're going to grow up through your breath, and you want that to be pretty seamless. And then as you blow it out, you're emptying your balloon, okay? So we're going to do that 3 times, and then you're going to do 3 yogic breaths, which is the breathing in, breathing out through the nose, both sides together, whereas the cleansing breath that we did before that is breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth in a big way, because we want to eliminate as much CO2 so that we're making room for more oxygen. So we're going to do 3 cleansing breaths, then 3 yogic breaths, and then the yogic breath is then going to hold it, and in this instance we're just going to hold it for at least 9 seconds, okay? When we do pranayama we hold it up and up and up, but it's just so that you start to realize what it's like when you oxygenate your body, okay? So to recap, we're going to do 7 tummy breaths, 7 lung breaths, and 7 clavicle. Then we're going to do 3 cleansing breaths, and then 3 yogic breaths where we hold in after the 3rd one, okay? And just follow me, okay? So starting now. Up to lungs. clavicle. Cleansing. Yogic breath. And hold. And let it go through the nose. Okay. So that's the drill. Use your own timing. It's really simple, and even just doing that one round, I feel a lot more zen. And what you can do is build up your yogic breaths to hold for longer and longer. This is just a really good way to just get your metabolism going as well. Usually when people do a lot of pranayama, the metabolism speeds up. That you may notice an increase in appetite, but this will also help your body to shed the toxins and to further oxidize to play so that you don't get run down while you're in the process. So I just really wanted to share this now, just in case it takes me a little while to get the next bit up, which is going to be a little bit more oomph. But yeah, if you can start working with that, that's really good, because the next bit we're going to be showing some techniques that build on top of this. So this is your foundation, and I'm really happy to share it with you. And I look forward to the next transmission, which may or may not be from the sun. And the little crow's just been like, hello. So lots of love, lotus beings, and look forward to speaking to you soon. Ciao, ciao.